Hello everybody, and welcome back. I'm Concreter, this is the wonderful Anbennar and our Wex campaign, and I want to start out by saying I feel like in the last episode I was a little bit down on continuing this series. You know, we're about to achieve what could be thought of as relatively absolute power, but I'm definitely going to continue it. There's more we want to discover, and things like that absolute worst case, if I decide we're just kind of expanding more kind of normally in a way that's not particularly interesting, all I'll do is I'll make it an edited series like I had intended to do originally, in which case I'll, you know, just expand and play and then unpause the recording when something's happening. Plus, I mean, we need to figure out what the heck is going on down here. She's just a Ruinborn majority. Yeah, monthly devastation 0.1. What? Oh, minus 0.1. Okay. Be like, it's a bit intense, having permanent devastation. Okay, so what are we doing now? We are vassalizing everyone that can be diplo vassalized from within the empire. Here's one. And we can come back and improve relations from them, and we're going to ally all these people, and we're going to generally just dominate. Should be good. Let's go to speed 3. Let's take this seriously. I will be allying them. I will be sending out gifts, all kinds of good stuff. It looks like we managed to do it fast enough that the Reformation basically hasn't hit. I don't know if this is an early or a late Cornite Reformation. I forget when it normally happens in vanilla. For all my years playing vanilla, I have forgotten more than I have ever known about vanilla. I wonder if that's true. I guess it's hard to quantize knowledge, right? So, people have tried, but they tend to do it badly. So I guess it's difficult to say. I can also, it's worth noting, well, does it matter if I do it before or after I vote the privilege year? I don't think it does, actually. So we can continue diplo vassalizing as a means of expansion, because everyone we diplo vassalize will join the empire. So, you know, people like this, we can just start going for them. Obviously, they will count towards diplo slots until then, but not a big deal. Shouldn't need that military access from Vern anymore. It was just for landing on this island. Now, where is my... Yes, right. I remember. Okay, you explore the Ruined Sea coast. So I imagine that huge fireball, I guess, was here. So I'm really interested to see... What's that? That's just a building. I'm really interested to see what's here, because I still don't know the cause of this explosion. And I am very curious. Okay, go here. And they were curious. Yeah, that was the... And they were curious was the final line of the first D&D game I ever ran. It was a one-shot. It was very good fun. Total party kill, followed by me telling the story of like the impacts they had on the village that they saved despite being wiped out. That was fun. And the blacksmith's son, he was curious. Anyway, all right, you just could do with some guarantees. Just to speed these things along. Coffee Town's over. Yeah, I think I'm going to really just focus on getting our vassals up, because while there are other avenues of expansion for us to explore, I think this short term, just paying attention to this is going to be worth it. Every time we get an extra vassal, we get, you know, it's one less person that can join a coalition. There's more strength on our side, which prevents a coalition. There's more money coming in. It's just going to be good. Now we've got a bunch of money. I'm going to continue building manufactories. We are also going to go pay attention to the mission tree, but I'm going to get people vassalized up and then return to paying attention to the mission tree. Is that going to screw me? Are there any missions that I can only complete before everyone's my vassal? I thought there was one, and it was this one, these, because of the trust requirement. But I don't think there are others. 4 provinces. Oh yeah, we could get this going. 4 provinces producing iron with a base manpower, and yeah, I want the exploration ideas first though. I feel like I'm a lot more short on monarch points in this game than I have been in vanilla. I guess because there's so many decisions and missions that cost monarch points relative to vanilla. All right, who else? Who would just love to be a vassal? Grey Mill, you are all about it. Cool. Let's get you going then. And the rest of these, have I already proclaimed all guarantees on all of these guys? Nope. You can have one. You've got one. You can have one. Now, hopefully they don't call us into any wars. But we'll make do if they do. And we also are kind of rolling in cash right now, so half your minority dissipates. Some influence nations and gifts and so on. Wouldn't break the bank. I've been very focused on trying to spend money only on... oh yeah, I'll for sure accept that alliance. And then in just 7 days, like, oh, hello. Oh god, what's this? You do not find a tree. Who is this? This is Bjarnrik. Oh, this is Bjarnrik. Bjarnrik's in the New World. What did you find up here? There's a ruin-born majority. Having got oppressed ruin-born majority makes it way easier to culture convert. Interesting. The Manse. You do not find a tree or a sign of a place between worlds, but your finding do lead you into a thick patch of forest. One of your men raises a machete, but you pause. A rabbit emerges. They don't belong in these parts. Following the hole leads you to a path you could fit through with care. You begin to sweat. Is it warmer than before? And then it strikes you. Greenery, as far as the eye can see. Colourful shrubbery dots the landscape. Okay. All parts of the vast estate lead to a grand palace with recognizable precursor stylizations of the Empire. This does not seem like a place to loot, but a place to preserve. The elven bride was no longer here, but she had left us with the best and brightest of buildings, plants, and animals. The rest of Alantir seems like a shadow in comparison to an Alantir that was. So this is one of the cities of gold, basically. Monthly splendor. And where is that? Is that here? Oh, I shouldn't have clicked it away, should I? It'll be one of these provinces up here where they're currently exploring. Well, we must have that. Naturally, we must have that. So one thing we need to keep an eye on is Liberty Desire. But as soon as you get that passed, your subjects cease caring about relative strength, which makes it way easier to keep them all on, all very loyal. Let's get divert trade up on these guys. Plus, annexing this guy has dramatically reduced the relative strength anyway. Proof reputation's expired. That's annoying timing. But we can make it work. Okay, so you might as well go around offering military access as well, I guess. Finished improving with you. Already allied. Okay, let's keep eyes on you. Let's an influence plus gift would do it. Horse Garden. Don't forget. Where are they? This one. Don't forget Horse Garden. Okay. And you. Yeah, still. Yeah, we're still not completely loaded. We're not at the point where we can just be throwing out influence nations left and right, but we're certainly getting closer. You don't want military access because we're not allied. Yeah, I don't think. Return core province. Spend favors to get them to return one of our core provinces. Oh, cool. That's interesting. I didn't know that was a mechanic, to be honest. Alright, you... Yeah, let's just focus on Horse Garden for a second here. Though we do have a free diplomat, so... should probably be improving with someone. Not Goward. Already improving with Greymire. Butterburn, do you want in? They do. Good stuff. Alright, Horse Garden. So, you give military access. A small gift. should be good. And yeah, in the meantime, Imperial Authority is skyrocketing. We do have 3 provinces outside the Empire now because of New Shire's losses. And the number of heretics is increasing. But once they're my subjects, I can literally just click a button that says, stop that. And that should be all good. Lost Imperial Gang against Goward. Oh, hey, nice work. What a legend. You can join a coalition against them. Well, I mean, that is nice work, but I am also tempted to join a coalition against you. We're not allied. They're not accepting vassalization. That's tempting. Because it would be nice if they fell apart. But it looks like... Oh no, all these people that could join a coalition against them are my subjects. They've got some allies. Allies from whom I don't have anyone I really want to release in the Empire. But there's people up here that I could do with releasing. So a coalition war wouldn't be too bad. Let's form a coalition. How often do you get an opportunity to form a coalition in this game? Like, virtually never, right? Sometimes these days, because they've changed the AI. Because back in the day, the AI was truly terrible. You could form a coalition against Burgundy every single game. Laurentine. Laurentine, the former capital of Laurent, gets upgraded and gets a bunch of manpower and gets some province governing custom trade power. Nice. Very cool. What was I saying? Yes, back in the day, you used to be able to join coalitions against people all the time, but it was just really overpowered. Because especially if you could take like 1 or 2 provinces off someone first, you could do crazy vassal feeds using the coalition CB, which is extremely powerful. Or at least it was. I don't know. I haven't used it for a very long time. So then they nerfed that until basically you could never ever have coalitions, but then they added ruler personalities, and I think since ruler personalities were added, which is presumably why you're doing this. No, he's not. Interesting. Although powerful mage will declare war for any neighboring land possible. Okay, that's probably why. Because yeah, they changed it such that certain personalities, which I think in the base game comes down to, like, there's a reckless one, I think, which means they will overestimate their own strength relative to the coalition and therefore be willing to take more land. It is interesting when you can sometimes have it. Oh god, these guys have landed and I forgot. Yet again. Transports. Transports. Make for port. My transports. Good. These guys would make an interesting colonial game. Playing as the halflings, you know, unite the island. That would be an interesting challenge run. Like, you unite the island, and then you're only allowed to take land in the New World and provinces with important centers of trade, all relevant to a mission tree. That would be fun. You try and build like a halfling trade empire. The problem with trade empires in vanilla is, and maybe I should mod out the increased value from transfers of trade. But even without that, the problem is, there's a really fun kind of, I wouldn't say fantasy, but it's a real thing. Like what Portugal did is a fun kind of, well, to use Generalist Gaming's terminology, it's a fun play pattern. You play as a relatively small country, and you just take trading ports, and you use them to become insanely rich. The problem is, in EU4, that's not how trade works. If you're playing as this area, right, and you took a trade port here, 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 you could have a huge amount of money here, but then every step it goes through that you don't have 100% control is just so wasteful, which obviously is not how trade... I'm not saying I have a better system to propose, by the way, but that's just not how trade works, right? It's not the case that if you don't have 100% control over the coast here, you can't export goods from here to here. So it really motivates you to fully occupy trade nodes. Maybe we could do a run where we play as this island and then you just take only coastal trade nodes, but the problem is that's most of the land in the game. Which doesn't really work. Also, I'm not even sure if money from the New World... Okay, from the east it can go over here, but from the north you can't really send money over there. If you own all of the centers of trade, you can get pretty high levels of control. I guess what we could do is just have vassals hold the land that isn't a center of trade. That would be one way of handling it. That could work. That could work. But yeah, in mayo and taxes, it works much better because you're not mostly when you're trading, you're not just after the trade power itself. You're actually after access to goods to increase your economic strength. So there's one more vassalization. Nice. So who just looking for people we haven't done yet, basically. You. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the Empire. More people joining the coalition. You have to have at least 2 members before you get the coalition CB, I believe. Oh my god. They're going to make it? They are, thank goodness. Well, at least there's still 5 of them. That's why you send excess ships. Totally planned. Totally planned. Right, I was going to send over an additional army. Let's get that going. Some adventurer bands. We'll send them over and do some exploring around here. Oh, right, yeah, we've discovered this coast. Okay. So, firstly, there's you. Just kind of Hawaiian island chain-esque. A pirate republic. A Knowlish pirate republic. Okay. That's interesting. May have to go and get rid of them. They have pirate raid. Okay. If we are in the process of demonstrizing our country, this will give us a small increase of monstrosity. What? Okay. So they're from, yeah, they're Renaissance people. And there's the Kalasinsani Trading Company, a Regent Court Republic. It's embraced colonialism. You are a trading company. It's a commercial enterprise of Damestown. What the heck is a commercial enterprise? Is that a vanilla thing or is that a modded thing? Looking at that icon, I'd say it looks like a modded thing because that looks to me like part of this icon that's been AI upscaled, I think. I could be wrong. It has got the kind of slightly blurry edges. I could definitely be wrong though. But that's interesting. So you're under Dame's crown, who, yeah, has subjects of their own and therefore will not accept vassalage. Where is Dame's crown again? Oh yes, you're up here. Cool. They will accept vassalage, of course. They'll just do it via evoking the privilege here. I hope. But yeah, we should be able to get them in the other way. There's another there, and we can get global settler increase. Yes, please. Absolutely. We've done no trade company investments before we get the investment cost down, which is nice. Wow, that's a large revolt, huh? Are you both going to go, or are you both going to decide you're too scared? Yeah, you're too scared. Alright, we'll have to just accept this. These guys suffer attrition then. We'll have them stand here, so they're only suffering attrition while they're actively putting down revolts. Which is good at least, but yeah, now they should be willing to engage. They're still scared? You cowards. You would destroy them. Don't you know they don't get your morale modifier? Wimps. Well, we'll send them ourselves then. Oh well. Scandal at court. Yeah, we can. A little bit of dip. Deal with that. BP wants an alliance. Yep, absolutely. I will happily vassalize you. That's what you asked, right? Please vassalize me? That's what I heard. That was the impression that I got. So, I can just work from this map mode, I guess. Hey, Horse Garden. Welcome to vassalage. Particularists in a subject, not my problem. Stop drilling because they're needed for war. Oh, someone else fired the coalition. Damn it, I am an idiot. always declare the coalition yourself. I didn't see... Gender is about to expire. Oh, yeah. Right. Sorry about that. Yeah. Well... We're going to win this. 2-1, but no morale. I think we might. I'll send you over here and you down here. Let's get the... we will go and do that conquest in the south in the end. Got any allies? You do, in fact. Thorn in my side for some time now. We did manage to win for Abencost. Okay, more exploration. Yeah, let's take a look at a few of these guys. Who are you? Are you a local? No, you are not. Well, they could have switched group, I think, but I don't think they have. I think you're a colonial nation. Religious zeal. Ah, Ruinborn majority. Coexisting with the Ruinborn, huh? Interesting. So if you coexist with them, maintenance is more expensive. But 10% less construction cost is very nice. Interesting. Interesting. Neratika. Okay. The human. Who are they allied to? This guy to the north, presumably also human. Yep. And they are in a trade league with someone, okay. Valor Point. Also human. And then a halfling republic up here. Interesting. I guess there's lots of events to like send missions, because I don't think these are all colonial nations that have broken free. Old Sun Cult. Regent Court. Regent Court. Regent Court. And then you're the Weeping Mother bunch. Okay. And you're the guy we're currently at war with. They're set out to colonize as well. Cool. And who's the majority here? There's dwarves? You're not a dwarf, are you? No, you're a human. Ooh, I didn't notice they had... I did notice. I looked and talked about the fact they had a powerful mage. Didn't occur to me that that would mean they might be dangerous. Nuts. Aha, but our side has a powerful mage as well. That's good. They're almost evenly matched. Dwarven cartels. They're currently integrated. Merchant guilds don't love it. Get a bit of unrest. No, we'll just take a little bit of unrest. I don't want to annoy them. You guys, keep exploring. Let's find out what's down here. Right, which I can do by right-clicking. Fleet must be led by an explorer. I deselected them. Excuse me. The Torn Sea. Yes, please. The Vanbury Guild. Vanbury's my subject, so I think you should be my subject too. That's just my take. If we were closer to them, we'd have a chance. But they're not keen. They're not keen. You. Tomorrow we can send vassalization on you. Good. You willing to take vassalization? Yes. Oh, sorry. No, you're not. Because we have core provinces of yours. Fair enough. That's a pretty good excuse. How about you? You are all about it. How about you? You too are all about it. I should be doing it region by region, shouldn't I? It'll make it easier to track who has been persuaded so far. Let's bring one of these stacks down here. Oh yes, this fleet. I never did reorganize my fleet properly. Protect trade and having costs, but I'd like those transports. They may not make it, but it's not a big deal. Was that my explorer who died? It was. Let's get another one. It's rubbish, but that's okay. Yeah, our army tradition is pretty disastrous. The battle mage and the fact that we haven't been fighting as much recently. Specifically sieging as much, I think. Often the way I got a lot of my army tradition is just from carpet sieging. So who declared this? Wind Tower. Where is Wind Tower? Ah, here, yes, the guy I released. So they do have a claim. We haven't got any of this land marked as special interest. It's a pretty big war. Oh, it's just all my subjects, isn't it, mostly? But yeah, hopefully they'll release some countries within here. It's in my interest for all of the nations of the Empire to be really quite weak. Oh, that guy died. Well, I'll take a cheap power costs guy and promote him. Absolutely. Okay, and there it is, finally. Governing capacity plus 20 gives us a tidy little boost. And we can take this. We will probably want this as well. But just right now, diplomats are... they're what I need. Maybe I should just go from the top down on the offer vassalization window. Maybe that would be an easy way to organize my my charm offensive. I also think, yeah, just marking people by improving relations with them. I should just stick to that. Just don't. I've been habitually recalling people who are improving relations. Let's not do that. Let's actually just leave them sent. Will you accept vassalization, by the way, dwarves? It's close. Threatened is big. Is threatened better than friendly? No, it's the same. That makes sense. You. Get you, and who else? Wineport's presumably not going to take it? No. And you're more than 100 development. Oh, yes, of course, because you went up north. Pearl's Edge. Too much dev. Too much dev. You'll do it. You're in this war with us, of course, but let's just mark you with the improved relations. And then, yes, war with you. Oh, we have a truce. Damn. We're going to fail this mission unless I do something radical. So, we have 3 years. The truce is up. Before then, ends in the 10th month. 1 year to go. We have to do it by the 11th month. No, by the 8th month. So we have 1 year. But they have only one fort. Okay, we're going to try and do it. We'll need to really make the war go fast. But I think we could do it. Yes, so maintain the diplomat on these. Keep them marked. Let's get some more people marked. You were one, weren't you? You were another. Keep them all marked. Now, you are already happy enough, but you're in a war. Our war. You could do with some influence, I think. But yeah, as our number of vassals grow, I should do this divert trade as we go along. Otherwise, it'll be a complete pain to do it all at once. But yeah, as our vassal count grows, our trade income is going to balloon, as of course is our vassal income. Right now, only 15 ducats, but that's the kind of number you can make go crazy with a few well-placed ideas. Does aristocratic ideas give it? Does diplomats general cost? No. What is it? Is it subject? Is it, sorry, I mean espionage? Never did go espionage. I was thinking about it, but I don't think we need it anymore. Influence is definitely one. And then is it... I think it might be influence plus other stuff in terms of policies that get it. Vassal... This is a long list. Sorry. Vassal, 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 vassal. No, nothing in there. Okay. Interesting. I've also never used infrastructure ideas because it's relatively new, at least from my perspective. Let me have a look, actually. Let me just have a look where the other vassal modifiers are. Okay, so it's offensive plus admin. We might want offensive at some point, just for the siege speed as well. And that's a... What type of policy is that? I don't know which section I'm in. Well, anyway, there's a policy for there. Then influence plus quality. Okay, quality is one of the others we might want. That also gives diplo annexation cost, which is kind of nice. But, I mean, less important for us. Yeah, offensive plus admin, influence plus quality. That's it, actually. So 20% from taxation, vassal taxation policy, offensive plus admin, and 25% from influence plus quality. But yeah, there's some pretty good income to be had there, but really you should just focus trade, I guess. There's no point taking policies to get vassal income, to get money, when even with this place united, I think we're going to be making substantially more from trade than from vassal income. But it also has a downside of you can push your... Because the vassals, as I understand it, the vassals do actually lose the money. So you do risk pushing your vassals into a bankruptcy spiral, which is obviously not ideal. One thing I am going to do, which I think will extend the longevity of this series, is I'm going to keep trying to play kind of relatively well, but I'm no longer going to be thinking about, like, stressing about trying to maximize expansion rate. So, for example, my manpower is approaching cap. When my manpower's kept out, maybe I'll try and use some, you know, building monuments and things, whatever they're called in this game, great works, but it's not a big deal. I'm not going to really worry as much as I have for the first, maybe the first half, maybe the first 90%, maybe the first quarter, I don't know, of this campaign about trying to optimize for rate of expansion. I'm still going to do it, some, but not as much. Okay, so we've got someone exploring down the highlands and drylands of the south, reaffirming that this is Australia. Oh, there's a big fleet here, though, so I'm a bit nervous to send people over, but I'm still going to do it. Let's go over here and see what lies beyond the cliff. Seems good. So the Vanbury Guild is well established down here. Interesting. And colonizing more. Maybe an interesting connection in the New World. Okay. So one other person to improve relations with, to subjugate. Senethal? Yeah, you'd be a fine yoink. Is there any point doing all this improved relations and vassalizing? Maybe not. I mean, you could just wait and click the button, right? But I don't want to click the button until I can get everybody, which might mean it'll take quite a bit of imperial authority over the top. I also just quite like the diplomatic vassalization process. I find it... it's free land, right? It's free land without having to... without aggressive expansion, without coring. It's glorious. It's glorious. Is it still... I haven't played as the old Ottoman since their DLC came out. I mean, I played it once when the DLC came out. Is it still incredibly broken? Like, you can diplo-vassalize all of Europe, basically. Anyone under 100 dev. And then they don't take diplo slots because they're islets. I didn't mean to tell them to return. Nuts. LIU. Good. Because that was funny. It does kind of completely trivialize the game, but that's not, you know, there are worse fates. We are down a mill advisor. We don't have any that are half off. We have one that's a bit cheaper because he's our culture. I'll take the manpower guy. And we'll keep promoting him. And you are ready to become a vassal in a few days. As a you. Good. Dalrum. I think that was the one I came from. I was improving relations with. Got to see bards. You can get 25 prestige for 1,000 ducats. Why would you ever want to do that when you could have 1 stability? It's obviously a lot of money to spend, but I will basically always spend money on stability because I just don't like spending admin power on stuff that's not coring. Punitive war. What do they take from them? They ceded some land. That's fine. Until we give it their land. Are you below 100 stuff now? You are. Ho hum. Interesting. Unfortunately, with the negative trust, I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see. It is exiled. Oh, nuts. You bastards. Bridge magnificent Cornite scum. Ruining my exploration. How could they? How annoying. Well, we'll have to send the boats over. Lads, come here. Use these guys. Other ships, by the way, they're going to make it? I think they are, yes. Got to remember to send them home. Remember to send them home. Remember to send them home. I probably won't. For the record. We'll see. It doesn't cost much, even if I do forget, so not a big deal. A few sailors' lives. Small price to pay. Should be kind of thing we can afford. There goes Avon cost. Forced to give money over. We get some of that money. Yeah, with the trust negative, I don't think I can do this. So I will recall the diplomat. No matter. There's another one. Another one bites the dust. Haven't got many in this region yet. Start working down here. Istralor? I don't think I can do Istralor. Oh, they finished expanding the Torn Sea. Nice. Browser game? Anyone? Anyway. So yeah, we haven't found much. Tanbury Guild is on an island all of its own, and it looks like there's no locals. Now, doesn't mean there were never any locals, but right now it looks like this might have been a depopulated island. You guys, go ahead and search for fragments of the precursor empire. And you guys can come on home to a port. Meanwhile, I want to know about the coast of the Torn Sea, please. Good stuff. Coppertown, I gave you your cause back. It's only fitting that you should embrace membership of the Empire and vassalization all at the same time. Jolly good. And yeah, just letting the nascent vassal swarm. Knowledge sharing has ended. Who else wants knowledge sharing? I could spread some knowledge all the way down here, but that would probably be a bad move for my future expansion possibilities. Helping out the lizard folk. The Jadari are expanding. Aren't they a Doctor Who enemy? I mean, enemy. That's not really how that show works, is it? Species? Interesting. Interesting. Sky Domain, a new religion. What do these guys think? The Sky Domain in common is the dominant faith of the Mengi people. Sole in reverence is the god Amalek, whom the Mengi believe to be the Lord of the Skies, the bringer of rain. Shrines and monasteries dedicated to Amalek are found all across Mengi lands, great temples raised in cities to open the skies, rain priests and cloud mages to work to guide the rain to their people. Alongside Amalek, the Mengi also recognize various godkin who are believed to be gods of other peoples. Interesting. Amalek's dark twin. Once a verdant land, now rented to hags via a dark burden during the Day of Ashen Skies, in exchange for vile trinkets and baubles. Interesting. I've heard of the Day of Ashen Skies. I'm pretty sure that's what that's 1,531 years ago is, which I guess is this explosion causing, stratospheric ash, and therefore, darkening and all that usual stuff. Sudden drop in temperatures and things. Crop failures. All the usual good elven nuke situations that we all know and love. I'll take on your foreign debt to help you become my subject, sure. I'm just waiting for the improved relations on you, that's fine. And you take the alliance. It's true, any of you that I'm not allied to. The Glowing City Legend. Ooh, your explorers stumble upon a hidden temple. Expecting the temple leads to the discovery of lines of silver in the floor. Different stones as walls and floor. Like what? Inspecting the temple leads to the discovery of lines of silver in the floor. Different stones as walls and floor, like white feldspar, malachite, and lemonite, and an obsidian ceiling with white, yellow, and red gems. Different stones as wall and floor. I I can't pass that somehow. Around the center column is a city map drawn with Dame's Tier, and it looks like it's falling from the sky. A city falling from the sky? We really are ruin of what's it called? Where the crown comes from in Baldur's Gate 3? Is it Cassus? Cassus? I forget. That's exactly what I said when I saw this explosion. That's where someone tried to use the crown of Cassus and it all came crashing down. That's so funny if I'm going to be basically spot on. It's a map. Look, the different stones are terrain. Wood, shores, swamps. The lines are probably rivers. And the gems form constellations. Wishful thinking, or he's right. Search for the glowing city. Of course we will search for the glowing city. Of course, why wouldn't we? Cool. So the elves had a... Sounds like a floating city, but if the floating city crashed to Earth and caused all this, I mean, I have a map that could guide you to where it is, but I don't think you're going to find very much where X marks the spot. It's more O marks the spot as well. But maybe it's a different city. Maybe when the big explosion happened in one place, all of their cities that were floating in other places collapsed as well or something. I hate letting the AI negotiate for me. I am almost never willing to be a junior partner in a war. It just seems like something worth avoiding at not all costs, but many costs. There are many costs I would pay to avoid having the AI use their logic as to how best to negotiate a peace deal. Oh, the flute is getting very cheap, but we need more diplo ideas. We have finished specializing already. You two are still in your wars. Okay, so who's next? Am I improving with you right now? Yes. And you? Yes. And you? No. Okay, let's get that going then. The menace from Crooked Island. After a turbulent beginning with the natives, we managed to convince them of our good intentions. Do we have good intentions? Ooh, what is this? So they are Harathic Ruinborn elves. So all the Ruinborns have kind of ashen skin, it looks like. Really white skin. Actually white, not like, this color, which is obviously not white. It's, different. But gray, this kind of grey white skin anyway. Is, I wonder if that's from like the ash of the explosion. Or whether it's something they kind of paint on themselves to remember the ash of the explosion. I don't know. Anyway, they have a new religion. Ja'akin, meaning the water song in the chorus tongue, is the faith of the chorus Ruinborn elves. Some beliefs in the chorus differ from tribe to tribe. Animist notions believe in the water world and the dark world, opposed worlds that compose the universe, which either only good or evil can be found. Worship of water and Dame's Tier. They have a unique afterlife, where the spirits integrate with the manifestation of water, the most in line with a person's life, and a shared cosmology. The all-world was created by the 4 great gods. Okay? Water, fire, stone, and air. How original of you, Ruinborn. These worlds were the good worlds. Only good can be found in them. But then the god of fire betrayed them, created the silent watchers, and corrupted his world into the dark world. The other gods killed them in retaliation, only for the dark world to twist their hearts and a battle to break out between them. Upon slaying their fellow gods, Imbottles saw the dark world engulfing the all-world, and in great sorrow created manifestations of water, so the water world could remain as a source of good even after his death. Okay, interesting. So, turbulent beginning, we can make them mean no harm, or we can get some prestige for killing them. See, I told you I didn't have good intentions. We're gonna kill them, just because I'm not spending dip on any of that. Hello, are you also of this religion? No. The Kulan masks. They believe in the power of masks, embedded with spirits since time immemorial. The spirits supposedly inhabit the body of the wearer. The masks will defend them from silent watchers. Okay, so they both believe in silent watchers. I wonder what they are and if they're real. Both the material of the masks and the mask bearers are protected. Wearers of the masks are also said to be taken over and aided by the spirit inhabiting the mask, often granting them superhuman natural strength. Tournaments are held amongst them. The best wrestler is awarded the King Mask, which holds a king spirit that has existed since forever. Interesting. Interesting. And they're one of these single province tribes that have tribal lands, right? Yeah, they consider it part of their home. Cool. Back in more mundane matters. Anyone want to be a vassal? Anyone want an ally? Ah, darn! I just allied both sides of a rivalry. The Menace from Dagger Point. Okay, this is more of these guys. Oh, it's the same thing. They were not interested in gifts, and when a musket was fired over their heads to make them back away, it wounded the older man slightly. He ran off. They came back with spears. If they return, kill them. We're not engaged in peaceful exploration of the New World. You know what we should do if we play as elves doing a colonial game? We should play as elves who are like paternalistically interested in trying to return the old elves to greatness and integrate the Ruinborn back into their society. That would be fun. And so you have to like not kill them and stuff, but it's still an excuse for the kind of, you know, the old world. I guess we're the new world, aren't we? Because this is where it started, but, you know, old, new. But anyway, you know, what is our what's our continent called? Canor? Yeah, Canor's Burden or something, where the elves need to really feel the need to protect and uplift their poor ruin-born cousins. It'd be fun. Alright, is this war over yet? Why is our war score so low? We have them like full occupied. I guess there's just too many forts up here. Beyond this horizon, as our exploration ship sailed off the coast... Ooh, that's a big country. The Tunnels of Renewal. Oh, this looks a bit like a North American... What are they called? Is it called the Mound Culture or something? Oh, by the way, in the previous episode, I was talking about Tasmania not having humans on it for ages and then megafauna all dying out, and I had the dates wildly wrong. It's New Zealand. New Zealand's had people on it for about 700 years, and the megafauna died out. It's about 700 years ago. That's the one I was thinking of. I looked it up afterwards because I was frustrated with myself. But doesn't this look like, what's it called? Serpent Mound? Serpent Mound. Yeah, Serpent Mound's the one I'm thinking of. That, it's a Paleolithic structure. Or is it Paleolithic? I forget. When was it made? Like, actually made, not, you know, according to Hancock. About 2,000 years ago. Okay. And then renovated in 1400. Cool. Anyway, beyond this horizon, your exploration ship idled. A couple of curious natives canoed out. Invite them aboard or capture them. Oh, well, we'll take the dip. Invite them aboard, sure. And we'll use that dip to put factories in our trade companies. Excellent. So what do you guys believe in? That looks familiar. Haven't we seen that somewhere else? Somewhere over here? That's very similar. They believe in animals, totems, and animal aspects of God. Is this similar? The story of the four worlds. The ruin-born natives of the eponymous land in North Alantir. They believe in the whole four worlds, fire, water, etc. They have different opinions about how exactly it all came down to ruin. Scorching, skiering land of death. Interesting. El Ekalas used great magics to shield and sustain the people as he withered and became the sands of the great Haraf Desert, ensuring they'd be able to tame their new home through his sacrifice. Sounds a great deal like Castilios, right? So maybe that's who we would call Castilios. Interesting. That logo looks very similar to this. I wonder if there's a connection. But these guys are humans, not elves. They're not even half elves. Curious. Curious indeed. And how are you doing tech-wise? You have managed to keep up on mill tech, but you haven't got any institutions. Interesting. Interesting. And they're a federation. Cool. What about you? You're a republic. A kobold republic that follows the thought. And you do have colonialism. So you're a kobold colonizing force over here. I haven't actually looked at the thought yet. Oh yeah, sorry. The thought is like science, but it gets taken a bit far. And you can be touched in the head by empiricism. Which is a really funny idea. I mean, you know, not entirely without precedent. Cool. Wind Tower, we can make you return land, but I have no interest in doing so. And yeah, we need to work on relations with these guys. Because they're rival to each other, so it's going to take more than usual to get them up to the appropriate level of relations for vassalage. Cool. Yeah, power projection, obviously not great. We could really do with some more age objectives. Converting is working. Foothold will get soon. We're not going to reform. Well, I guess we might reform. And Colonial Empire we're going to do. Okay, so we should be able to get a reasonable amount that way. I guess Laurent would be a pretty good colonial game because you start with such control over this region, which has good access. I think starting with someone smaller would be more fun. I wonder if maybe Kobold, maybe a Kobold colonial game would be interesting. I forget what does a Kobold Dragonconch give you? Looting speed and things. They're probably bad at research, and I don't think they develop much. Isn't that? Do they have the modifier? They have some construction, but with the Horde, yeah. Plus, I like dwarves too much. I'm not sure I could play as a kobold. I really am very strongly biased in favor of vampire actions. Excuse me? You're vampires? Where is this? Here. Vampire actions. If we offer our support to their vampiric emigrous population, they will upgrade to bloody ancestry faster. Vampiric emigrous will upgrade once the estate reaches 40 influence. They will reach 40 influence in roughly 20 to 30 years if they're supported. We have to have a spy network and they have to like us. And this is possible because they're reachable by a colonist. They have the country flag, vampire estate present. Do you now? Interesting. Attrition for enemies from vampire lore traditional masquerade. I love that there's this masquerade mechanic. If you're not familiar with masquerades, I'm not super familiar. It's a concept in fiction, and I don't know if it... I think the name... Does the name come from Vampire the Masquerade? Like the, that universe? It probably does, but I don't... Maybe they named the universe after it. I don't actually know. Oh, these guys have arrived. Right, sorry. Let's... Where were they? Oh, they were down here, but they got black flagged. Yeah, let's deploy them. Let's deploy them slightly further north to decrease the odds they get black flagged again. The concept of a masquerade is the idea of keeping the secret. You know, not letting the world know that either that vampires exist or that you are vampires. And I think the idea of having to keep, you know, using your vampiric powers in various ways, but also having to keep them kind of on the down low. Coruvia is not ruled by a powerful mage at long last. That would be really fun. And maybe Coruvia is a good one to do that. I don't know. I'm sure I could find a list. I don't want to look it up till I finish this campaign because I'm enjoying the kind of organically discovering what's what. But let's go south. I could look up where all the vampire starts are. I think that would be a fun game where you're... But I mean, what do you do? I can see how vampires give you bonuses, but how does that drive you to behave differently than you would play normally if you were a vampire species? Sorry, not a vampire species, but had vampires in your kingdom. And when you have a vampire estate, is your monarch necessarily a vampire? I don't know. So these guys are silver dwarves. Where is silver dwarves from? Here. Okay. Awesome. Good stuff. Oh, maybe also that could be Silver Dwarf. Interesting. Interesting. Also, I've just realized I can use the culture map to establish, no, the Azra expedition did not go well and take this land and then fight the orcs, because that is not an orcish culture. Sorry, not a dwarven culture. Interesting. Interesting. Still not at peace, huh? You just... It's because of these damn mages. Do dwarves have magic in this universe? They do. In some universes, they're kind of really anti-magic. Like in Warhammer, the dwarves that use magic end up turning to stone, which is pretty badass. You gotta admit, but also kind of suboptimal as a strategic play. I'm just gonna work on paying off this debt so I can start sending gifts again. I wonder what the status of dwarven magic is in Anbennar. Let's guarantee these guys. Good stuff. Yeah, because I don't know. Please don't return provinces to Goward, by the way, AI. That's the kind of thing that I really don't... One of the reasons why I really don't like having the AI in charge of my destiny. And this war is taking so long. I mean, I'm not helping. I mean, I am. My vassals are helping on my behalf. That's like me helping. It's like how you invent things if you own a company that invents things. I own the vassals. They owe me their allegiance. Therefore, I am helping. Intrigues in Wexkeep. Kick out our Diplo advisor. I'd really rather not. So no. I will take the legitimacy hit. We're at 10. We do want the legitimacy to help us pass this, but 28 in favor at the moment. But the median voter at 53, sorry, 5.3 means we'll be able to sway them pretty quickly. I'm sorry I'm sniffling a lot today. I don't feel like I have a cold. I'm trying to make sure I pause recording when I do it, but... Yasa, equal among men. Long has been our journey, but finally we have proved to all those who doubted us that we are true and respectable members of the civilized international community, whether they like it or not. Gone are the days the Yasa people were slaughtered by bands of greedy adventurers. Now we are the quest givers. We are no longer seen as a monstrous nation. Monstrous nation is removed. That's what the monstrous progress thing is. It's westernization. They put westernization back in the game. That's so cool. Or maybe it's like tribes settling down. Is there a mechanic for that? For not tribes, right? For like steppe, for nomads settling down. Maybe that's what it is. But if it's a westernization mechanic, that's fun. I missed westernization from EU4. It was a very simplistic, very, very simplistic, and kind of very much a mechanic that implied an hour of history that doesn't exist. But it was fun. I quite liked it. Playing as like Mali, having to go through a huge period of instability to be able to westernize, it was enjoyable. It was a good time. So these guys are continuing to explore. Who have you found? Deep in the jungle, the death cult of Cheshosh. Oh my goodness. The local god of death. Personification of the ruin of Alantir. Also known as the Day of Ashen Shires. Okay, confirmed. Confirmed. Destroyed the entire continent. A retributive god who worshippers claim he rose to punish the people for their sinful and decadent nature. They make sacrifices, including people, to emulate this god, so a semblance of his fury may keep terrorizing the continent today. And why do you want it to keep terrorizing the continent, you bozos? Okay, and yeah, you guys suffering attrition, but they're going home now. Samas's Ravenous Isle. This is called Ravenous Isle. What a dope name. The Ravenous Isle. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Okay. Sorry. Lots of scrolling in and out, but got some... We're still not debt-free. Have to repay loans where I can influence people. Humbug. Why? Why must I? I can send gifts. You have a gift. You have a gift. It's going to take some doing, but we will get these guys vassalized. And getting very close now to when we can... One of our vassals was lost. Nuts. Did send them back late. Yep. Whoopsie-daisy. We will recruit a new expedition ship. Hey, some ships will be lost during the exploration of the new worlds. This is a price I am willing to pay. Groovy wants to marry me. I bet you do, you non-magical geezer. You are going down. I have been wanting... Oh, we can't do it to free cities. Whoops. I've been wanting to vassalize you. You're also a free city. You're also a free city. You are also a free city. Damn it. Wasted a bunch of my Diplo slots. That's annoying. Silverforge, you're not a free city. But you are a Dwarven Hall, and that means you don't want to. Are you a free city? Appleton? You're not. Nuts. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, make sure we don't pick free cities for our next wave. I completely forgot about even the existence of free cities while I was improving relations with all those people. Just didn't come to mind at all. You are a free city. I do need you to like me more just to pass the thing, though. You already love me. Baron, you are not a free city. Good. Gonna keep one diplomat free so that we can do anything we need to there. So Haraf looks like so far the biggest people here. And yeah, the tunnels of renewal. I never read this. The intricate web of underground tunnels and chambers that run across Haraf, originally built by the Imperial precursors, the renewal appears to be harness the elemental planes to enact wide-ranging transformation of the region. Although the day... Are there explosions? What the heck is... What the heck is that? I think it might be a visual bug, but maybe it's not. What the heck was that? I think that was siege explosion animations that were playing over here that hadn't yet finished playing when I zoomed in over here. If it led to the collapse of many of infrastructures, the subterranean network could be progressively restored to its former functions thanks to dedicated researchers to uncover its deeper workings. Reconstruction efforts started and centralized in the Reservoir of Ash, an ancient portion of the tunnels of renewal where urbanization first blossomed. Dope. It gives you construction costs down, construction time way down, and own promises in the region get a nice bonus, and tech costs down. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool indeed. What's this arrows thing? Integration of the houses. Add tribal land cost down massively and province warfare down massively. Wow. That must be a mission tree thing. That's why they're ballooning so quickly, I guess. Very cool. Yeah, so now that I've made all these alliances with free cities, that is kind of a waste. But oh well. What did you do? We'll see the approach to Wex. I specifically didn't set any land as something I wanted so that you would not do that. We'll just sell it, I think. I have no interest in this province. And you also took land from them, or... No, looks like just that one province changed hands. Okay. Hey, they're sieging me. Vassals, do your job. Deal with them. Right, finally. We've paid off our loan. Excuse me. It hasn't processed that I've paid off my loan. But I can't pay off my loan now. Oh, we had 2 loans, of course. Maintain that. But yeah, we are now getting close to the Diplo relations limit. So we'll need to be a bit more conservative in terms of how many people we're willing to ally and things. Necliff, you are reminding me... Oh, I shouldn't have declined. Idiot. Are you able to take a vassalage? No, because we own your core provinces. I'd still like them to like me, though. Okay, so have we finished exploration ideas? Not quite yet. Okie doke. I don't think we need noble integration policy anymore. I don't think I'm going to integrate any vassals anytime soon. Although maybe I... Well, no, I'm probably not going to, am I? Except maybe you. I do want to annex you. We're going to do it after we've revoked the privilege here. Because it will hurt our relations with everyone. Oh, I completely forgot about this The truce has been up for a while. We have... How long? 7 months. I believe. I believe in us. I think we can do it. Give me our best siege general. Let's march in. Full occupy the guy as soon as possible. We'll get all these provinces occupied. We'll get this guy pieced out with a stack wipe early, followed by occupying both of his cities. We'll blast holes in their walls. I think we can still do it, but that's unfortunate timing. Oh, hello, they do have an army. I don't know why I just assumed they didn't have an army when I couldn't see it down here. I felt like I had vision on this land, but clearly I do not. Come south to deal with their army. Oh, they have a freaking mage! Oh my god, an amazing mage! Crap! Okay, well that's not good. Hey, do you want peace? Because you can go. No. Do we have any other armies around? I do, apparently. Or are these ones? I think those are just these ones. Where are you? Over here? Could you transport yourself over here, please? That would be good. Are you're the one doing the auto-transport? Don't be absurd. You guys keep protecting Anbennar. You guys and you guys can rally here. Both my armies with adventurers still exploring. Good. Yeah, so I'm going to stay here, try and complete this siege. Even though those guys could probably absolutely trounce us. Oh, we won that siege 1 tick. Let's go. Come on down. Because if we can win this siege... we didn't. Oh, they're not going for the fight. I think they would win. 11 shock is bananas. What do we discover down here? Ooh. Resin-canned. Hello, resin-canned. Oh, your sun cult. Interesting. Okay. Wow, they have a lot of claims. And then I don't know who these people are, but I very much look forward to finding out. Can I... Is it as simple as saying, hey, you guys, explore this coast? No. Got the quality of life for the other bit, but not quite. Go find out who's down there. Explore that coast. Right, they're leaving us to this siege. So let's just take up post in the mountains with 1 stack. And the rest of these guys full occupy them. I'm not piecing out their ally, just so that we get extra war score from the fact that they're here. Although, no, that doesn't make sense, because you get ally in the war. So you can go. In fact, there is actually a person to release here, so sure, do that. Oh, come on, 57%? We could send more cannons in, of course. They're coming to siege us. Let's just not get this guy killed. Come on, come on, come on, come on. 57. Let's go. Okay. And there's Riveran. Don't give me any land, please. They will cede some land to Appleton, which is in the Empire, so that's fine. Wait, aren't they my subject? No, they're not right now. They will be very soon. Cool. They'll give money. Huh, that's funny. So that's basically just free land for me. Because these 2 provinces are going to be accepting vassalage momentarily. Nice. Actually, their opinion of us is not quite high enough. After this war ends, I think. So we'll give them a quick gift. Okay, so now what we actually need from you is just these 3, but I would like to take all of it. It's going to be 60 aggressive expansion, which is not nothing, but I think it's very doable. It will annoy some of the locals, but I think that's something that we can live with. Allied to you, let's get the guarantee going. Likewise on you. Jolly good. And there goes the final end of the punitive war. Okay. We got Imperial ban. They did give a bunch of land to the wrong people. You geezers. You absolute jabronis. They gave land to Laurent. Are you kidding me? It will cede 2 provinces to Coppertown, which is good. 2 lands to B-Peak. Lots of lands to B-Peak, which is good. to Laurent, what are you doing? They'll release Elkmark and Thomsbridge. These countries will be guaranteed. They give us some money. Cool. Well, you absolute jabroni. Giving Empire land to Laurent is very unacceptable behavior. Wind Tower. For your actions, you are vassalized. As are you, and I did in fact correctly state that we did need to give them that gift. Nice. Speaking of feathery meals. Wow, what is going on down here? The only residents seem to be birds, and more birds. The large birds nicknamed penguins by the ship's crew due to their small wings seem to be fearless of us. Oh, cool, it's dodos. Made a great noise. A flock of penguins came running to us. They could also actually be penguins. If it moves, eat it or leaves the birds alone. Yeah, no, eat it. I'll take the admin points. For free? Just because we're going to drive a rare, interesting species to extinction? Absolutely. Now, as soon as we finish this siege, don't win the 7%. Don't even think it. Okay, good. I will do this because this completes 2 parts of the mission tree. It does cause a bunch of gross expansion, but that's okay. So, subjugated them. And we will keep all the land, or we could seed a bunch of it, land that we've held for like 80 years, which is not happening. So, well, just to deal with the rebels, you guys can go up here, because we have... Ah, they lost their general. That's really lucky. If they'd kept that general, that would have been a pain. There's the admin power. And summon a diet, which we will do. 600 ducats in exchange for 2 dev clicks here. They're really cheap dev clicks. Absolutely. Boom. Done. Nice. That was effective. Our opinions with you have just dipped because of that blooming aggressive expansion. Oh well. Just add the mill access and that will be sufficient. What are you doing, man? Where were you going? Are you joining one of these stacks? Just stay there for a minute. Has it ruined the composition? No, the composition's fine. Good. I could switch another... We have a spare leader slot. Let's send another expedition to the New World. Where do I want them to go? The north. Let's go check out the north. Why can't I do that? Is it because they would they know they would suffer attrition on the way? Don't know. Who's this, by the way? Netcliffe. One of the ones not willing to accept vassalization. Interesting. You have military access. You really don't like us, huh? Yeah, the aggressive expansion is kind of up there, but we'll take the alliance. We can work on it. You probably want military access. Yep. Beating these guys? Oh, I did neglect to give them a general. Oh well. The end of philosophical turmoil. The Niti Kamadra. The Niti Kamaraj must inherently involve suffering. To sever yourself from the bonds of this plane, those temporal worlds must be broken. Fighting has come to an end. Official policy of conversion is removed. Okay, so that was the end of the most radical period of the rise of the new kind of Sikhism, where they want to take in various different religions to inform their own. Interesting. Some separatists, sorry, particularists. Opinions with you dropped again? What happened? More aggressive expansion, allied to rival. Beyond this horizon. Yep, I'll keep taking the dip, please. They already have a gift, so we'll just influence nation. That should be enough. And you influence nation on all these guys. Seize land again. They're loyal. Yes, good. Do like the power costs from the Magisters, but not as much as I like centralizing the state. You can have that. You're the one that won't accept I wanted you to like me anyway, yes? No. Yes. Sorry. Maintain. Maintain. Influenced. Okay, so now you will finally accept this. Appleton, you took some doing. That's fine. Here we go. Who are you losing to this time, Goward? Wow. Oh, it's Bjarnrek. I thought it was just like this. I thought it was a little country here, but no, that's Bjarnrek is coming south. Bjarnrek is they're a threat. They'll need dealing with. Or I guess we could ally with them. I haven't been looking for Empire external allies for a while. Once we revoke the privilege here, maybe I should look further afield and, you know, pick who I think deserves to dominate each region and then ally with them. Would let me shape the world to our whims without necessarily having to core it all. Alright, you guys. Have you arrived yet? Not quite. Regrettably, we lost Expand Empire against Appleton. Oh no! What a shame. We can't use a CB on our vassal. Good stuff. Few more to be marked for expansion. Not frickin' free cities. Will you take vassalization even though you're the wrong religion? I own your core provinces is the problem there. You, yes, you will. It'll be a bit harder, of course, because they are heretics from our perspective. You are doable. Good. You, I already did. Who else? You, free city. This law not going to happen. You are a free city. You're not a free city, are you? No, but I own their core provinces. You have subjects of your own. What core province? Ah, you still have a core on the tail. Interesting. You weren't going to happen. Red Glades. Red Glades has too much dev. Big Wheat. Looks like you were... Yeah, you're in progress. Have some... Excuse me. Have some military access. How about you? You new on the scene? Not a fan of me. We're just at war. And no, I have one of their cores. Elkmarsh. Have one of their cores. Laurent, not going to happen. It's pretty much it. You're going to have too much dev. Yeah. You. Too much dev, too much dev, too much dev. How about you? Just don't like me. Fair. Fair enough. Can't fault you for that. You, however, not a free city. Doable. Excellent. Up to 62 now. How many people are backing it? Only 20 because of the minus 18 overextension penalty, which I did not start coring. My bad. Let's get that going. Shouldn't take long. Yeah, just 2 years. Less than 2 years. Year and a half. Excellent. I currently have disabled the you have uncored provinces thing. I should probably... Well, problem is, doesn't that show for... No, it doesn't. Yeah. It shows for partial cores, which I don't care about, so... Butterburn. Thank you for reminding me you exist. I'll improve relations with you as well. You are now vassalized, or at least you'll be on the 8th. The Scaled Beast. Before we do that, free colonies. Only so many people are willing to expand our colonial empire. However, the prospect of a plot of land to farm and a freehold will encourage many more to seek their fortune. Yes, please. The Scaled Beast. As your troops rush through the undergrowth, they hear a scream of panic and pain. A giant snake. Behead the beast. The man starts to thank him, but exaggerated with stops. As his vision falls on the sword, excitement comes over his face and he shakes and gestures at the dames to hear pommel, and the captain's sword urges him to follow. Leads the man to a nearby village and brings him to his elder. After speaking to them, he asks if we've been to the glowing city, if it has risen again. He talks about the city from the temple. Ask him what he knows. The elder tells a story about his ancestors who went to the glowing city and came back as gifted beings, but the city ended the gods and one day got swallowed by the earth. Let's ask for the way their ancestors took. Maybe the man we saved could help us guide. Words are too vague, they could draw a map. I haven't done the City of Gold event chains in vanilla, so I don't know. Yeah, let's ask for the way their ancestors took. We need to follow it. The once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to become our vassals. I love play with text in this game. It's fun. Right, southwest coast has been explored. Let's keep going this way. See what else we can see in that direction. Alright, so what's here? We've got a million. Oh, Greek. Cool. So are you local? They're feudalism. They're quite a long way below where the ruin was, so maybe this land was relatively untouched. I don't know. They are Kihonist. The prominent philosophical and ideological tradition amongst these people, the philosophy focuses on the role of the Republican city-state as the most civilized form of governance. The city-state is the basis of all civilization. Kihonist does not innately recognize any belief in a higher power, for it is a uniquely atheist doctrine, lacking any kind of spirituality. Instead, they place their faith in their elected leaders and defend them to lead them into the future. To defend them, they get trade efficiency up. Interesting. And they have a city's fortified capital, a palace, and the Synkeletos chambers, which I guess is like their government. Deep within lies the vaults, stocked with wealth and gold and precursor relics, many taken from Te Kehend. After all, it is both the center of their power and their last line of defense. Gives all at top level. You have to be one of the. Okay, so there's 3 different Ruinborn elves that could potentially have it. Get possible number of manufacturers in the manufactories in the region. Nice. And you get 5% estate loyalty. Cool. Very cool. And they are, yeah, they're pretty big. On multiple islands, it looks like. And they have subjects. 3 subjects. But yeah, tech-wise, just feudalism. I wonder if there is a institutions reworked mod that works for Anbennar. Because I do think that it would be really frustrating to play as dwarves and then just fall way behind just because you weren't a colonizer, for example. But I guess you just dev push it, which is fine. And as I was saying on stream the other day, it's kind of fair enough that you would fall behind if you're an isolationist dwarf who wasn't able to, you know, find a way to buy the institution off an ally or any of that. Makes sense that you would lag in terms of technological growth as the rest of the world goes through leaps and bounds. You need to be able to be connected to it to keep up. Or you can just do loads of local investment, which also makes sense. Got 2 free Diplo slots. Okay. Take one there. Excuse me. Take one there. And one here. Good. And then we'll start doing some influence nations. Penal colony in Pawprint. I want to do that. Unrest, but settler increase. The unrest is currently what? Well, it'll be nothing, but it will be. Might be established once it's set. Yeah, sure. We'll set some penal colonies. Why not? First, Age of Unraveling bonus. I do like the idea of making the adventurers stronger. They'd be able to kick out monsters and things faster. Resistance of Reformation could be useful. We're not getting much problems from Reformation yet, but being able to set that in a couple of our core regions, just to guarantee we don't have problems from the Reformation. Yeah, let's get that. We don't need it yet, but if our provinces start getting flipped, maybe I should put it up preemptively. Yeah, I like that logo. Let's put it up just in our core area here. Just so that we definitely don't have to worry about it. I mean, it's gonna cost us some money, don't get me wrong. Quite a bit of money. But just to ensure that our territory doesn't get any funny ideas about switching, that would be good. Now, how far south do I need to do this? I don't know. Let's just go all out. We got lots of money right now. Okay, so missions-wise, why have I not completed Deal with the Knoll Hills? They have to not exist or be a subject of us. Okay, so we'll just do that. It's unfortunate that we're not going to get the Imperial Road until then. Oh well. And then this is just claim all that land up there. And then the riches of Kaharek need to have 5 production and a workshop or counting house in these regions. And you get weapon manufactories at half cost. And the Steelblood Barons halves the dev cost penalty for all copper with mountains, highlands, and hills. Very nice. Well, where was it? We need those workshops. Yeah, they're there and there. Obviously, we can't do these ones yet, but this one, while I'm here, let's dev that up. What did it need? 6? I think it needed 6. Got some mill as well, so it's not too uneven. Alright, you lot. Let's go around throwing out a bunch of influenced nations. Good stuff. Got quite a bit of money on hand. I should probably start making a habit of keeping 1,000 ducats on hand so we can deal with events without having to go into debt. You know, a rainy day fund. But on the other hand, I want to build manufactories and I want to build them now. So let's do that. Manufactories, obviously, their power is going to get better and better as our stranglehold on trade continues to develop. We'll be in better and better shape there. Okay, so new ships have been raised. Oh god, I left these guys again. I'm so bad at remembering. Run home. This place is probably slightly closer. You guys, search for fragments. Coalition forming way down here. Regent Court Zealots, huh? Interesting. They're going to get crushed. I need 2,000 of them. Silly idea, really. But hey, that's Zealots. Yeah, one of our... Yeah. Vessels were lost. Vessels were lost. Vessels were lost. Oh well. See, that's why I have to keep making new ones. Oh well. Not a big deal. Funny, but not a big deal. These cores are coming along nicely. And there goes the rest of the fleet. Okay. Are you exploring? Yes. So we're kind of rounding the Cape of, yeah, not Africa, but, what's it called again? Jediah? Sorry, Salahad. Is this all Salahad? No, Sahal is the continent. Salahad is... Well, where is Salahad? This is in... There's a subcontinents map, isn't there? Subcontinents. Sorry, yeah. This is South Salahad. Okay. Why isn't Bulwar in Salahad? No, this is Sahel. Is this Sahel as well? But Ascan is not. That's in Canor. So this is the boundary. This is the boundary between them. But are you in... Oh, you're also in a different continent over here, the other side of this mountain range. Cool. Oh, and there's an inland sea here. At least I think it's an inland sea, I guess. Maybe the sea is... Maybe this is all sea. We'll find out. We'll find out. Cool. You are ready for vassalage. Good. You will be soon. Let's send you a gift. Oh, only a trifling little bauble. And you'll give up your sovereignty. Excellent. You're in a war, so no hurry improving relations with you. You can take a gift. You can take a gift. Oh, a bigger one for you. No worries. You guys should probably be drilling, now I think about it. If possible. Also, you. Are you taking attrition down there? You're not. Just keep this region under control for me. And you got a spot for a leader? We do, although I'd rather get, honestly, yet another exploration army going. So let's get them. And then where am I going to send them? Can I search for precursor relics Down here? Probably not, right? So we've got someone exploring over here and someone over here. Where are they, by the way? We've got over here. Cool. Let's send someone here. Don't freaking forget about them. Astroport. Oh, hang on. Astroport. That's why there's silver dwarves here. Astroport, like the Astra expedition that the Astra Bank finances after a successful expedition into this hold, which I have read about because I think my character in the D&D game that starts tomorrow is going to be from there. Cool. We can convert. Oh yeah, sorry. I don't know why I've been bothering to do this manually. Let's get autonomous conversion going. So yeah, we've just been doing a little bit of conversion around here and managed to convert this lot as well. Nice. Wait, hang on, I converted them? Aren't they in a trade company? You can convert provinces in a trade company? Oh, maybe it just damages your chances. Like the ones that are slowest. Speed. Is it? You can convert trade company regions? I thought there was a minus 100. Oh, there we go. Minus 20% belongs to trade company. So did I convert this despite a minus 20% modifier? That's kind of crazy. South Sahel coast. Yes, we got a bit further. Not much further. In terms of learning. Can I go down here? No. Can't go further here. North Sea? Yeah. Let's go check out the Broken Sea. Very cool name. Very cool name. What are you, one cog? The one cog that made it home? Well, go over here and I'll give you some friends. It's very historical. Many people were lost exploring the New World. You thought it was because of scurvy and, you know, storms and unreliable maps. It was actually just because of forgetfulness. Little known fact. History learnings with Christo. Wineport, you are still not keen on it, huh? Got you, got you. Southroy, how about you? Yep, you're all about it. Nice. How about you, Thomsbridge? Yep. You are positively thrilled. Diplo advisor loses or more legitimacy? No. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give up my Diplo rep advisor right when I need him. Paw print trade good is now sugar. Nice. Very nice. Excuse me. Can no longer claim... Oh yeah, well, Legion claims on this guy. We could repair relations with them. They're quite big. But the thing is, they're both... They're geographically large. They don't own many of the important centers of trade in this region, because I would like to... Yeah, I'm just not sure about my trade plans. I both don't like the idea of fully conquering these trade nodes, and also detest the idea of every time I go through a new trade node, the trade from further away loses 30% of its value because a bunch of it's been handed over to the locals. Which sounds like a kind of horrible statement now that I phrase it like that, but you know what I mean. It just seems unsatisfying to have a big trade network generating all this value miles away, and then not all of it gets back to you. It's not any better, is it? Right, we don't need any more admin tech for that. So yes, the textiles manufactory unlock. Jolly good. And the state house is unlocked. Nice. Very good for being able to bring down the autonomy of some of these regions. Will be good. Especially if we were to do some more big conquests. Which maybe I will do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I wish there was... maybe there is. Maybe I should look into it. I wish there were some huge formables that I could shoot for. That would be fun. Ooh, claim the stewardship of the sorrow. Oh, we're talking about how you did this. This is the mandate, but it's the mandate over the Nile, basically, or the sorrow. You have to be in one of those religion groups, or have the country flag can claim mandate, or... Yeah, okay, we can't do that. The Ket have not been exterminated. So we should have broken the Ket, we're not. Now we take these lands, we can restore it once more, giving us power and prestige and respect. So we could try and flip to one of these religions. Could be fun. Could be entertaining. I think it would be thematically inconsistent with the game we've been playing so far, I think, if we were to just start doing a bunch of random culture and religion flip shenanigans. Already guaranteed both of them. Cool. The Crimson... Oh, God. The Crimson Deluge. As the prophets of Corin spread her message across the continent, what can only be described as an apocalyptic scene transpired in many parts of the Empire. The sky would... Oh, my God. Okay, maybe the gods are real. Or maybe this is the Magisters messing with us. The sky would darken as if about to rain, only to open and release a torrent of blood. Jesus Christ. Horrified crowds of people rushed through the streets, trying to escape plasma showers. Many were crushed and trampled as they attempt to escape what can only be seen as the end of the world. Whether someone acknowledges Corin or Adine as their divine mother and father, all agree this is irrefutable evidence of a bloody and terrible war in the heavens themselves. Only a matter of time. The rivers are not fed by the blood of gods, but by the blood of men. Crap. So either convert to Corin's faith to prevent more cataclysm. The Crimson Deluge has begun. All nations with more than 5 provinces will get deluge-specific events. Wex gets the Crimson Deluge. Now, it could technically... I feel like I'm playing as like the most stubborn atheist ever. What's his name in Warhammer? The guy that looks at a god and goes like, nah. Anyway, so we could flip. We get 10% zeal versus heretics for 10 years of mission maintenance, but we can't do that. It'll ruin us. So yeah, Corin will no longer be available as a personal person. And I assume like loads of other people just got that event. Yeah, and a whole load of them decided to go Corinite. Just because there's a war in heaven doesn't mean that Corin's gonna win. She could lose. Yeah, we'll do a mercantilism, sure. So this is going to start cutting into our Imperial Authority gain as more and more people go heretic. It looks like Goward went heretic. Yeah. Yeah, but most people are still holding strong. 35 princes now back the Revoke the Privilegier reform. Okay. If we just weren't overextended... Yeah, we need to really focus on this. Having people as our religion is good. We should check. Did any of our... Yeah. Brink Marchers, didn't you become a vassal? Yes. Stop that. No false religions. There is a war in heaven. So that's the question, I guess. Is there a war in heaven? What else could explain it if I were continuing to play my role as world's most stubborn atheist? The Magisters could be screwing with us. Also, you know, we've read about loads of the religions of the world, and they all have their own local explanations for global events. How could I tell? I mean, the event told me. But how would I know that there aren't also rains of blood happening over here when no one's ever even heard of the Regent Court? Maybe it's a natural global phenomenon. Who's to say? Who's to say? I suspect we all know the answer. That that's not true, but still, it could be true is the thing. It could be true. Sent you a gift already? Yes. And improve relations is capped, and I've great power influenced you. That's inconvenient. Not many more ways to get you to like me. We could just wait 2 years, I suppose. Not the worst fate. You, meanwhile, pretty sure I have not yet. I have influenced you already. I haven't sent you a gift. Cool. Let's do that. Yeah, we just need to work on getting this slick. This is bad timing. Rain of freaking blood. I've just got... I thought it would probably be a joke. I've just got a joke that the developer of the submod put in chat a while ago, which was, I'm sure peace will reign. Decrease the malevolent tolerance. That's annoying. Why? Which is pretty funny. A powerful mage, bastard child. Current air will be removed. The current air does kind of suck. Absolutely. He's better, and he's a mage. Very nice. Very nice indeed. New reform time. Deliberate assembly. We've got parliamentarianism. Parliament is kind of good, but disabling the nobility estate is not going to happen. Royal decree, more absolutism, always helpful. Diplo rep and improve relations, very useful in the short term. And general estates. All estates get 10%, but also all estates get 10% more. And in calling the diet no longer gives influence. Aristocratic court will be so useful in the short term, but longer term, I think general estates is where we want it to be. I'm enjoying playing with that, and maybe we'll switch from that to absolutism in the age of absolutism. But yeah, I'm enjoying having these powerful, helpful estates for sure. May peace reign. That's really funny. What are you called? Vanbury. Force religion on them. Good. Anyone else? Anybody else want to cause problems? We are going to temporarily stop diverting trade from Banbury. Up to 73 ducats being gained here now. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Excuse me. Okay. I should end the episode. I know the episode is very long. I want to revoke the privilege here. We will save for the final one. Military commissions. Nobility can afford a loss of loyalty. That's fine. Okay, so who says no? Is now the new question. Minus 57. Jesus Christ. That's not great. Yeah, because I think we now have 10. That's fine. Just overextended fixes that. 26. So I think that the perspective now shifts from trying to improve relations with people we can vassalize and trying to improve relations with people such that everyone votes in favor of this reform. Which, as these cores come in, it will become more and more clear how many true holdouts. The Reliant Temple isn't even voting for me. I have been the most devoted worshipper of Relia this whole game. I deserve your support. Yeah, loads of these are going to back us once we just get no longer overextended. That's good. That's very good. Basically all of them, in fact. You know what? Let's just look at this once we're not overextended. Internal conflicts, a decade of utter chaos, bring it to the verge of collapse. Nice. Where these separatists are? Can I walk there now from here? Oh, it's so close. No, I can, because I already got military access through you. Nice. Very cool. Right, we explored. Where did we go? South? No, I went north, didn't I? Okay. No northwest passage in this game. Actually, sorry, no. This is ice, but maybe this will melt. Sea dive. Sea of Midnight. So I guess you can go through. There is a northwest passage, but maybe we need to melt it with magic or something. That would be fun. That'd be really fun. Okay, you can explore. Can't explore there yet. Can't explore here yet. Yeah, not really anywhere for you to go. Don't really care about the coast up here. Let's go east. Let's go do this coast. The South Sahel coast. Yes, please. Could always just, you know, get the countries. Okay. We could revoke the privilege here now. Technically, we could always revoke the privilege here and then just annex everybody, right? With the vassal swarm, we'd be able to do it, but it would cause massive aggressive expansion against our future vassals, which is not fun. But now with most of our cause done, a mere 16 princes stand against our reform. And with the approach coming in... Oh, I wasn't going to call the approach. I was going to sell it. Oh, well. So you guys... yeah, you're not happy with us. Let's, yeah, apart from this guy, because he's just so close. I can't give him a gift, though. Or we've done everything. Okay, so you just really change your opinion. Yeah, apart from them, because they're so close, and you, because you're literally there, I think I will stop improving relations with people who will accept. And let's start improving relations with people who say no. So Pearl's Edge are in favor. Oh, it's showing Imperial Anbennar companies +10. But it's the privilegia I need to know. So the median voter is... Okay, only 2 less likely to go for a vote the privilegia than adventurer companies. So that's fine then. Okay, so yeah, you're in... Oh, it does say both. I apologize. They're both in the tooltip. You say yes, you say yes, you say yes. You say no. By a lot. Because their economic power is vast. Is that because of your colony or what? Are you just crazy high dev? You are pretty freaking high dev. Well, I will do what I can. I am at my Diplo slot limit. So people that I've already allied, I really ought to finish vassalizing. But, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get them to agree. That's a huge negative. Minus 52 from economic power. Yeah, we're not going to overcome that. Okay, so we'll have to force Dame's Crown back into the Empire. That's not the end of the world. Don't even bother improving relations with them. They'll suddenly find themselves very much out in the cold. You oppose me, but you would support me very, very soon. Because what are they at, sorry? Minus 29? Maybe we could do it, actually. Because we can get another 20 Imperial Authority. And indeed we will in the next 2 years. Okay, we will try and improve with them. Look at that. The elves back it. They back it. Okay, the free cities. You do not back it. Because you are... yeah. Dovesworn Knoll is not accepted. I'm not Knowlish. They're a heretic. They're really not keen on the whole thing. All the other free cities back it. Okay, going through the other list. You don't support it. I'm going to start marking people that we're trying to improve with improved relations. Who else? Yeah, you, as we've already noticed, and you. It's really not many people. It's like 4 don't back it now. 16 against. I am not seeing 16 princes that don't back this reform. Oh, I guess, sorry. They're yellow because they back one, but they may not yet quite back the other. But that's really a very small difference. So, in needed opinions, just a little bit more Imperial Authority will see us right on that one. So let's vassalize you just to free up the Diplo slot. The Ruin! Okay. Let's take a look at this. For days, nothing really happens. The troops follow the way once, and in a while, they see one of the landmarks. Confidence rises as more men start to believe the city is the city that descended from the sky. For months, they went through an unknown frontier without a real goal in sight, and the temple didn't even convince most of them. But every matching detail in the Elder's story strengthens their trust. Wasn't the Elder down here? For months, they went through this unknown frontier without a real end goal in sight. Sorry, I've read that already. Nothing grows in this circle. There is only plain dirt. Even the clouds seem to pass around this place. As the first men step into the circle, they feel like walking into a waterfall. On the other side, they are met with total silence, not a single sound. They return quickly to the outside and report their observations. Some of the rather superstitious men are starting to get restless. The place doesn't feel right. The ancestors must have been here. This cleared out area gives us a good view. Look out for landmarks. The ancestors may have been here. Let's find more clues. Interesting, interesting. We're not struggling much to communicate with the locals, which is interesting. Ooh, new thing. Kin bond, sorry. Telepathic link shared by the Cursed Ones. The Cursed Ones believe that the great creator shaped the world, populated it with the first people, realized they were flawed, cleansed them in a great frost. While most agreed, the East Spirit didn't agree. Interesting. So they gave him part of their spirit, They form the kins. They have a shared goal. Members of the kin venerate their ancestors by reciting their tales and emulating them in their own lives, resulting in each kin having its own epic retelling. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, and we've discovered... oh, no, sorry. I was going to say we discovered more of the sea. No, it's just the ice melted. So I think that's just a graphical effect rather than actually a kind of, you know, North Passage mechanic. So you... How much does being allied to the Emperor give you? Trust can give you up to 5. Allied with the Emperor gives 5. Okay. So, hey, Dame's Crown. I will ally you. I will curry favors. I really want to get a clean sweep. Everyone agreeing, even in the face of this. And there is our fire damage received and extra stuff. Nice. Very good. 14 against. 14 against. But yes, I think we could get them to vote in favor with enough extra Imperial authority. In fact, they almost already would. So I'm okay with really doing that. Devastating rain. As the Crimson Deluge continues. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm not clear on administration. I've sent another batch of ships to their ruin. Hey, Arisport, quick. Quick, I need fleet basing rights. Please. Thank you. Thank you so much. I also need military access before I can dock. Otherwise, these men will be black flagged. Ah, it's worth it. Sorry. I'm going to have to send them home. Having docked, we should be able to make it back. Well, let's repair a couple of months first. 10 devastation in Moonmont. Life disruption for everyone. Rain damages buildings, but worse, it causes hysteria. Devastating our profits. Damn. And you... can get you at the end of the month, I think. So end of the year, rather. You, I'll keep improving with, and I should start doling out gifts and things to these guys. Start influencing nation. I can influence you as well, actually. It's 1,000 ducats. No wonder they're difficult to persuade. It's a lot. It's a lot. I didn't mean to say no to that. Sorry, Dame's Crown. There's the core. What are we up to? Only 10 vote against. I wish it still gave you a list of who was voting which way, but just peering through this list, especially when it's referring to this one rather than this one, is not helpful. But oh well. Oh well. Let's get the improved relations going again here. And yeah, as Imperial authority continues to skyrocket, just because of how centralized we already are, it's funny that Imperial authority is a snowball. Like, the more reformed you are, the faster your Imperial authority grows. It feels like maybe it should be the opposite. You know, it's easy to make small centralizing reforms, but then when people realize that they're really genuinely losing autonomy, like once you start vassalizing everybody, then you would think that would be when they would start getting peeved. Let's go and check out the Northern Thor coast. So what have we found? New religion? The Rinata Seekers. Did we already read this one? They follow a philosopher, preaches the heavens are ruled by mortal souls who cast out the wicked gods that now form the stars of the sky. Heaven can only be entered by achieving enlightenment by contemplating the divine law, devote their lives to preparing for the contemplative journey to paradise they'll undertake in the afterlife. Cool. And then we have Habib Zar. Lots of very kind of crystal-focused iconography on this continent. Lots of gems. All right, that's not a good example, but lots of gems and crystals and things. That's interesting. I wonder why. I guess because there is such thing as magical gems in the Precursor Empire, maybe? Seems likely. All right, you need some friends. And just in general, let's just build like another 10 transport ships, because I keep losing them. Okay, well, new explore. Yeah, let's go check out the coast up here. Not really expecting to find much, but worth a little peek. And we will take that marriage. Got a new consort. Cool. Who says no? 9 says no. You are down to minus 11. Yeah, so once we're at 100 Imperial Authority, that will be enough. You guys all back it? No, see, there's quite a big difference between these two. The not accepted culture is the thing that kicks in. Okay, so who doesn't have an accepted culture of mine? I mean, halflings don't. I don't think I could accept halflings. Hammerpree, who's that? Moretti. Where have I? Oh, it's down here, of course. Yeah, I do want to accept Moretti. And then maybe I should be converting the culture in all this area to Moretti, just to make it easier to accept. Seems good. I'll probably do that. But yeah, we're getting there. It's 16 against. Sorry, 9 against now. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. I mean, now I basically have to go through this list and work out who's in favor of one but not the other, which is a little frustrating. We've got Diplo slots available? We don't. Aranimas. Yeah, if I can get you finally... Oh, yeah, and I should be currying favors with you. If we start working on alliances with some of these people voting against it, the problem is they're going Coronite, which is obviously going to cause issues. The fact that they're Coronite probably discourages them from voting in favor as well. So we'll improve relations with the Coronite members. Freaking blood raining from the sky, man. I really need to end this episode. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it done this episode. There's only 8 against. We could make the episode a bit longer. Just a little bit longer. I hope you're enjoying the series so far, by the way. Hey, colonies for seeing. Nice. If you are sitting here at the end of a 2-hour-long episode and you're not enjoying the series, yeah, I recommend that you don't watch. Because, I mean, come on. That's just crazy. So, colonial regions. We want, obviously, to start setting up some colonies in each. I mean, yeah, let's go try in this leech area. It just seems fun. Oh, hang on. Are the leeches not present? Yeah, these areas are all dominated by the roots, but this one's not. Let's go and find out. Oh, I can send minorities. I forget about that. Okay, so if you expel a minority, it will slowly replace them by subjects of our culture and religion. And there's 6 development. It gives you a boost. Do you actually move the development? I forget how this works. Let's try expelling a Sea Scourge Knoll minority from Cyric. How does that work again? I don't think I've ever done that, actually, in all the time it's been in the game, which is a bit crazy. You are up to Furious Flagellance Frenzy. The Crimson Deluge has driven many people to madness. A small group started whipping themselves in the streets, driving others towards radical action. It's not ideal, is it? Not ideal. Let's go speed 4. I need to get this thing fast. I have to go and eat a meal. So yeah, we'll come back from you. You are going to vote our way when the time comes. They're only at -8 now. Everyone else backing this reform? Magisters, are you on it? Yep. Yep, they're all backing it. How many left? Just 6 still voting against. It's very close. We could ally 6 people temporarily if necessary. Problem is I don't know which 6 people. Let's check if it's this guy. Yeah, let's check all the 3 cities, then I can rule them out. I should just check them all, but... So it's you. Let's ally you. It's going to start putting us over the Diplo limit, but... Okay, that's got them flipped. Good. You... Rest of you are all backing it. Yes. Good. Which means I can recall from you, and you are also a free city, so I can recall from you. Good. Now brings us to only 4 against. Really getting there. Did I start carrying favors? Yes. So as soon as we get 10 favors, I'll start buying trust. Is anyone still against both? Let's just do it this way. Who doesn't like us? Istralor still hostile. Okay. Istralor, get over it. You haven't been an Electra for ages. Yes, I took your port city. Get over it. Moonhaven. I bet it's Moonhaven and Istralor that aren't voting for us. Still salty. No, Moonhaven is voting in favour. What's Istralor's flag look like again? The cross. You. Nope, Istralor's in favour. Okay, don't need to improve with them then. And you are in favour of both, right? Yep, so don't need to improve with you either. So who's against it? Lawrence, not in the Empire. Aberan? They don't like me much. Aberan. Yeah, it's Aberan. Hey, Aberan. Perk up, buddy. It's very few now. Aberan is one. These guys are another. Moonhaven. Sorry, Dame's Crown are another. How about you? You don't like me. You voting? They're voting in favour. Anyone small, basically, is voting in favour. How about you? Alari, have you flipped? Yep. So I'm going to call that Diplomat. Bone and Carver, equal amongst men. Interesting. Who else is large and isn't a big fan of me? You. Abendland. How are you voting, Abendland? Can't see him. Abendland, you're in the Empire, right? Where are you? These icons are quite small. There you are. No, Abendland's in favour. Not sure who it's going to be then. Response. You might not like me, but I think you probably do. A Wex? Could be you, I guess. Ah, you. I bet it's you. Yep. They're not even voting for either. Okay, well, we can definitely improve relations with you. Give them a gift and influence their nation and so on. There's very few now who are... I don't know why that popped up twice. I should change my settings. South of Ulysses Lament, just a tiny bit more. Alright, so the way this works is you have Wexond, even though I'm expelling minorities to you. City expansion. Nice. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Words on the wall. The way of the ancestors. Ooh, there are people up here. Who are you? Yinsman. Interesting. They've embraced colonialism. What culture are you? You're Esmare. Huh. Cool. Oh, and hello. How about you? Cliff Gnomes. Also up here. Interesting. Words on the wall. The way of the ancestors approaches its end, and the Pathfinders think the area matches the depiction of the temple. Venturing captains and advisors debate how they should proceed. Interrupted by a heavy thunderstorm. They hide. Panic shouts from the deep. Draw weapons. A pitfall. Ooh, as men stare down on the remains of hundreds of men and women and children. Someone carved Cruve Elven World. Here rests the murder of Alasir, Sky City, slaughtered by those too blind to see. This should be the name of the city the men are trying to find, and a purge of its whole population would explain why it got lost. No one feels comfortable. We should leave as close as possible. We are close enough to see the glow of the city. Only travel at night, or we're near. Let's spread the men out. Our skilled navigators use the stars. Yeah, travel at night. What could go wrong? How many say no? Just 2, which I think is Moonhaven plus Triangle Guy. Nope, Triangle Guy is flipped. So it's Moonhaven plus 1 other. Moonhaven. I will spend money to... Sorry, that's the Magisterium. Dame's Crown, not Moonhaven. Expand Empire against Goward. That's how small they are. That's funny. Treacherous fools converting to the wrong religion. 2 against. And still with a bunch of reasons to vote yes to come. Very nice. Why did my operations with you tank? Oh, you flipped. You blighters. Alright, let's put a bunch of these guys on own subject countries. It's tempting to get rid of diplomacy ideas once we get this passed. The province war score cost is nice, but we're not doing a world conquest or anything. Ah, the mages thing's expired. This is going to cost us. Needs doing, though. And we can invest in mill points, but we don't need to. We do want to invest in dip, though. Nice. Approaching max monarch power on mill points. Yep, fair enough. Let's re-roll this general. Maybe? Or no, let's just do some dev. That's fine. And I'm not gonna min-max it too much. Okay. So, I mean, the Reformation is still... Yeah, it's very much got its hooks in us. The fact that none of them were in capitals is really bad for us. It's alone, some separatists. You gonna deal with it? Yeah, you could probably do with a general. Now that I've weakened your numbers by so much. Okay, what are we at? 1 against. Is it you? It is you. Okay. So we buy trust, and with that, not quite. -1. We're so close now. We're so close. Tantalizingly close. Can't influence them. Ah, they did just about get there in time. So they got just didn't get there. Wilting crops. A miasma fills the air. Plug your noses. This will take a while. Or burn it all. Burn it all is not that bad, but no, we'll send in the adventurers. That's fine. Come on. Come on. 0 against. We save until in case it crashes the game or whatever. It's been done. The Empire of Anbennar bows to Wex. Lothane V follows the great tradition of his ancestors. Revoke the privileges. In the year 1536, the most serene Emperor Lothane V, heir to the Temerian Republic, Castelnor, and the Phoenix Empire, chosen regent of the Divine, has again convened the estates of the Emperor of Anbennar. The Diet has agreed to a motion to centralize foreign policy and warfare by having all member states submit to direct vassalage under the Empire. Demand oaths of loyalty. Boom. There we go. Did anyone leave that I didn't notice? You guys were never in it. Yes, a bunch of people left. What the heck, game? It said 0 would vote against. Okay, never mind. Back to the save. Why did they... Is it because I did it on the first and it hadn't recalculated? It does not count as saves coming if it's to fix a bug. I submit to you. That is my position, and I am sticking to it. God, we're 2 hours in. I really need to end the episode. I always do this. I record an hour and I'm like, oh, I just want to go 10 more minutes and then I'll stop, so I shouldn't start a new episode right now. Why does it say 0 will vote against? Was it just heretics that said no? Do heretics automatically say no? I hope not. I guess I'll just wait. I'll wait until we get 5 more appear on authority and then try again. Maybe it's a rounding error. Maybe how it calculates it here, but elsewhere is different. Create 200 population. No. That's fine. Not losing dev in order to do that. As I say, I've never done the expel minorities before, so I'm not familiar with that. So who else left? There was a bunch of people around here, wasn't it? Like Moonhaven. So let's come back off these improved relations. And then just improve with the people that we know will leave. Maybe it's something to do with the outraged attitude. Coronite Firebrand. A preacher's appeared. Damn. Provinces convert. Damn. So Moonhaven. Is it saying that you're supporting it plus 23? And yet you left. You're not a heretic. You have a threatened attitude. I don't know why that would happen. It's weird. Anyway, let's just wait for Imperial Authority to cap out and then try again. Equal amongst men. Yeah, lots of people no longer being seen as monstrous. I guess that means they lose access to the whole tribal land mechanics. Yeah, so I called it westernization. I guess it might be more correct to refer to it as like the settling tribes system from the New World in vanilla. Moving the Imperial capital time. Cool. Well, we already did the cultural mission, right? Yeah. Can we integrate the halflings? And do we need the capital to have been up there to do it? Even the gnomes. Free the small country. Just need the capital to have been up there. No? Okay, we'll just go with the one that gives us 2 Diplo rep. Oh, we can't because we just did that one. Nuts. Magisterium. I do like the extra admin. Although, we're already 62, so that's not going to pay off much, is it? Tolerance for elves? Let's keep... I'll just take the straight up points, I think. It's fine. Let's do some... let's do some mildev. It's fine by me. Right, and we need to build some factories down here, don't we? For one of these. This one. Mount Correc and Lozak Heights. Both need workshops. Both need 6. Don't have enough dip for this, but that's fine. We will soon. Yeah, so I'm a bit concerned that the rains bring fertility. See, oh, okay, not those rains. Rains down here, right? Not the blood rains. Be a bit troubling. Okay, there's 100 Imperial Authority. It says no one will support it. Sorry, no one will go against it. Save again. Let's see if that's true. Kneel. Revoke the privileges. Demand oaths of loyalty. Yeah, so more people accepted that time, but Abencost didn't. Why? Let's reload the save and look. So it's only Abencost specifically that didn't that time. So let's reload and take a look at Abencost's reasons to vote. Okay, Abencost. Plus 14 reasons. So something must be wrong. Is it that clicking the button removes Imperial authority? Maybe they have to have positive relations. So now they have positive relations with us. We click it. And they don't leave. Yeah, it must be that you have to have positive... Does it say that somewhere and I just didn't read it? All members who support it will leave and all who will not. No, it doesn't say that. But I guess that's a... I wonder if that's a vanilla bug. Anyway, excellent. And that completes deal with the Knoll Hills. Really? Why? Ah, yes, because we need to have these guys as a subject. Excellent. If you're your vassal, control the Knoll Hill provinces. You get fields of the Hill Knolls. They all have to be owned by the vassal. That's fine. Don't care about that. We have the land ourselves. Amazing. Empire united. Beauteous. So now, I got a whole lot of clicking to do, but you will be spared it. Okay, there we go. That is everyone transferring trade power to us, except those for whom transferring trade power would put them over 50 Liberty Desire. That leaves only... Let me just check. I've definitely done it to everyone. Yeah, good. That leaves only Istralor with greater Liberty Desire than we can handle. And now we go ahead and let's slow it down a bit here. We go ahead and say, hey, make my subjects love me. A message from Moonhaven. Moonhaven, the current elector, has come forward with a petition regarding our treatment of the fellow elves. Fine, we'll treat them better. Or Moonhaven should keep out of our lands. Yeah, of course. We would love to let improve the relations with Moonhaven right now. They're now loyal. Good. Now let's go through those that are disloyal and see if I can easily, like with Vern, for example, 1 placate plus trade works. Everyone, you are actually just under again. Nice. And then these disloyal people, sorry, these loyal people should go through and enforce religion on any that we can. which won't take as long, but is quite click heavy. Alright, I've done it until my prestige is negative. There's still some heretics around, but we'll get them dealt with. Yeah, nice. I guess the heretics, it also doesn't matter too much that they're heretics, but it's just good to have everyone united so we have less liberty desire. But yeah, let's take a look at how this changes. Right now we're making 76 ducats from trade, and the game is still running. The game's running just fine. The Vault. Ooh. After negotiating with the natives and winning their friendship, they pointed in the direction of a strange cave that thought might house our vault. Who are you, gnomes? We found the vault and broke it open. Seals and entrance were damaged and decaying. As we entered, all we found were ghosts. We turned the vault upside down. Bewilderment gave way to revelation. It appeared the events narrated on the etheric monitor took place a long time ago. The vault may contain uncontrolled riches, but it's a graveyard for the elves that once reside within it, slaughtered each other over meaningless trifles. The sound of seals in the entrance were broken and other clues. Some escaped the vault. This is literally a vault tech vault. Could they have been the ancestors of the native Ruinborn who we encountered on our journey? It's impossible to know. One thing's certain, the vault's legacy lives on. In the voice of the etheric monitor, it will continue even in the blood of the Ruinborn that live to this day. We will not forget them. We emerge blinking. We impulsively lift them up in their arms. We laugh as they share a kiss. So, when's the wedding? They get precursor relics produced in a province here, and it gets a bunch of dev. Cool. The vault. Okay, so these guys died in a kind of, you know, big nuclear explosion type situation. And the fact that there are still people on this continent is due to vaults? Or maybe just the fact that there are some people here is due to vaults. Cool. That's very cool. Alright, new month tick. That's a pretty big increase in income. And yeah, there you go. So trade, way more important than vassals. You can repay this loan. What do you mean I don't have to pay the road? I usually don't. New decisions. New Dove Road. Yep, we'll do that. I know we got a loan to do, but we've got some roads to build as well. So, if we made Laurent a subject, we could still inherit Laurent, which would be kind of fun. You get some permanent claims, increased centralization. You get new jurisdictions and ambitions. I wonder what they are. I wonder if they're any good. They'd struggle to be better than this, I think. These are kind of slightly bonkers. But, yeah, maybe we'll look into that. Because now that Laurent... I mean, we could now go subjugate Laurent, which would be, you know, doable. Other claims we get... We have some non-permanent claims there. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Vassal swarm achieved. Colonies, you should be the bottom of the list, by the way. Rebel factions should be behind colonies. Sorry, in front of colonies. And colonists can be at the bottom too. And missionaries, it's not important either. Be at the bottom too. Good. The order back the way we like it. So we're going to improve relations a bunch. We do have, yeah, one disloyal subject. And yeah, not quite 100% grip on trade because of Istrilor and Moonhaven. Now, I think I will actually just accept that they're disloyal and have them divert trade anyway, because that's a substantial amount of extra money that we could be making. Let's see what difference that makes. 282 is the current amount of trade we have. And yes, we get trading in a whole host of things, which gives us loads of nice bonuses. Oh, it's not a very big difference. 284. So who still has trade power here that isn't me? Istrilor. Istrilor, I just clicked the button. If you could hand over your trade, that would be nice. Hand over your trade and no one gets hurt. Let's pull back some diplomats so we can improve specifically with those who are disloyal. Maybe it takes a month to properly kick in. I don't know why we wouldn't have all of Istrilor's trade power. Maybe it doesn't give us devastating rain. Corin's War is destroying us. That's a good political name for it. There we go. Call it Corin's War. Yeah, it's an extra 60 ducats just for having them be a high liberty desire. Very nice. Call it Corin's War so that the blame falls at the hand of Corinites. You started this thing, you know. Canny. Canny. I approve. Alright, you guys. Hop back on the boat. Let's be having you over here. And I need, actually, one more of them. One more of them. You can join the 10 up here. Let's just store our guys in the tail. Okay. Now, I definitely need to end the episode. In the next episode, We will, continue to explore the ruin. I don't really have ambitions of setting up a big colonial empire and taking over all these countries and things. Apart from anything else, many of these are already subject to us and sending much of their trade home. But I do want to explore it. I also want to explore east, so I may start trying to send some colonists in that direction so we can find out what lies in the other half of the world, because we know about our lands and the old world, but we could do with some more knowledge about the east. In the meantime, some border securing using the vassal swarm seems prudent. But either way, thank you for watching this mammoth episode. I'll see you in the next one.